In this video and the next few videos, we're going to look at subtracting decimals. So first, we're going to subtract decimals in the tenths and hundredths place, and we're going to be using decimal grids. So let's read the directions. Use the decimal grids to shade the given decimals in the subtraction problem. Then find the difference by taking away the second quantity from the first quantity. So remember, in subtraction, the order matters. If you have 7 cookies and you eat 3, you would have 4 left. Let's change this to dollars, if you have $3 and you take away 7 because you borrow some from your friend, you owe your friend $4. So reversing the order of the subtraction reverses the sign of the answer. And it's nice that it has this relationship that they're opposites, but you need to make sure you do this in the correct order so you get the correct answer. So let's start with the first one. We have 7 tenths minus 4 tenths. So here's how we're going to represent this. So just like we did with addition, let's see, 7 would be right to here. I'm going to shade in 7 tenths in the first grid. And then I'm going to shade in 4 tenths in the second grid. Now we want some way to represent using these grids. So we want to find our answer. We want to take this and then take away this amount. So to show this on paper or to do some sort of action so we can see this, I'm going to grab a red pen and I'm going to look at the 7 tenths and I'm going to cross out the amount that we did here. So take away 1, 2, 3, 4 tenths from the 7 tenths. So what remains is 3 tenths. So our result is 3 tenths. Okay, so let's write our answer. We have 0.3. Let's look at the next one. We have 9 hundredths minus 6 hundredths. So we're going to use yellow squares. There's 9 hundredths. Now we have 3, 4, 5, 6 hundredths. So we want to take away 6 hundredths from 9 hundredths. We want to cancel this out. So I'll use the red pen to cancel out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And notice what's left is 1, 2, 3 hundredths. And I'll write that in our final answer. So what remains is 3 hundredths. So the difference is 0.03. Let's look at a few more. Now we have 3 tenths minus 6 hundredths. So I'm going to shade in 3 tenths in the first grid. And in the second grid, I'm going to shade in 6 hundredths. So 6 yellows. So I want to take away this quantity from this quantity. So we don't have the oranges written as yellows, but we can still cross out 6 small squares. So I'm going to cross out this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now let's see what remains. Well, we still have 2 full orange strips, and I'm going to draw them in orange. Okay, and in this last column we have 1, 2, 3, 4. They're orange now, but I'm going to draw them as yellow because, whoops, they are really hundredths now because we don't have a whole column. So this is our result, 2 orange and 4 hundredths, which is 0.24. And let's just take a second to connect this to an idea that we learned before. We said that 3 tenths is the same as 30 hundredths, so we can think of this as 30 hundredths as opposed to 3 tenths, and then 30 minus 6 is in fact 24. Now let's look at the last one. We have 4 tenths and 7 hundredths. And we want to subtract 2 tenths and 8 hundredths. Okay, so let's get the red pen to cross some things out. So I'm going to start by subtracting the orange strips. You can start in any order you want. And actually, when we do this with the algorithm with place value later, we would start with the smallest value. But I'm just going to cross out 2 orange strips first. So those are gone. And that corresponds to these two. Now I need to cross out 8 hundredths. Well, there's 7 hundredths here, so I'll cancel those out. And then I'll cancel out one more here on the bottom. So it's a little bit messier because the problem's a little bit more complex. But let's see what's left over. So we have 1 full orange strip, and remember this one isn't a full orange strip, it's just 9 hundredths. So our result is 1 orange strip. Then I'm going to use yellow for the hundredths and 9 hundredths. So that is 0.19. So in the next videos, we're going to look at subtracting using when we have whole numbers and thousandths place.